Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us for their weekly tidbits. Today, I thought it would be really fun to explore 10 ways that your baby is saying, I love you. I wanted to explore this because I think that obviously in the midst of having a new baby is really a rewarding experience, but also a very just exhausting and tough experience. We're taking care of this new little thing full time, getting less sleep, maybe not taking care of ourselves like we normally would. And just because obviously they're so little that they're learning how to communicate with us, that we obviously don't get that kind of validation of, as in if somebody was to verbally say something to us, right? So just ways that our babies are telling us that they love us and appreciate us in their own little way. So I'm going to go through that today, starting with number one, gazing into your eyes or looking at your face. Babies love faces. They seek them out and learn a lot from doing so. They are saying more to you than meets the eye. They are figuring out trust and want to bond with you. They thrive on this loving connection. They seek for an emotional response back. When you reciprocate a gaze back with affection, it builds a strong foundation to a long-lasting relationship. Feel special. It's your face that they love to study the most. And one day you'll really see how they really only have eyes for you. So they start like turning to your voice or responding to your voice. So as early as in utero, babies get familiar with the sound of their family members' voices. So I think it's as soon as 17 weeks, they could start hearing sounds, maybe more towards the 19 to 20, when they start to kind of distinct familiar voices. This is why it's so important to communicate well, even when baby's in the tummy. You can do this by just simply talking, having your partner or other family members talk into your tummy, singing or reading a book out loud. Not too long after baby is born, they will start recognizing your voice and they'll start turning towards you. So number 3 is they snuggle into you. A snuggle is not just a snuggle. Baby is learning to recognize your scent starting right from the first time you hold them. They can even tell the distinct scent of your breast milk. The mother's heartbeat and movements are already imprinted on baby's brain at birth. This makes it extra safe and secure, makes them feel extra safe and secure. The more consistently babies feel warmth, nourishment, and comfort, the more they'll respond to their embraces with calmness and eventually just, give you a little bit of an extra snuggle and wiggle in to get as close as possible. And it just feels so good. Number 4 is they smile at you. I don't care what they say, whether it's gas or not, you will always remember one of your baby's first smiles. They are quick to learn that when they smile, that you will exchange that smile back. They are watching everything you do and quickly become intuitive to facial expressions. This is a beautiful introduction to serve and return. Your children learn to love by the way that you love them, right? They will follow your lead. When your baby smiles back, it's just contagious. It's the best feeling ever. Number 5, they imitate you. They do say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. They can do this just within the first few months by imitating facial expressions that you're pulling in front of them. As they get older, you start to see it even more. So just like that classic telephone that they're imitating you, sometimes you can hear even in the tone of their babble that they obviously have watched you before, or something like rocking a baby doll. Little ones imitate the activities and behaviors of people that they love the most. They are soaking in more than you know, and you are their biggest fan. Number 6, they direct noises at you. Hey, you, yes, you, I'm over here. what would they really be saying if they could, right? Our babes start talking with their eyes and their expressions, and then they start playing with their sounds, like different sounds that they make. They start making that connection of watching how we interact with other people. Baby banter back and forth, smiling and talking to them, make them feel recognized and heard. They get to bond with you even further and learn the patterns and the shape of a conversation. It really becomes rewarding when your babies are starting to be more aware. Number 7, when they hold up their arms. Babies love being held from the get-go, of course, but it takes about 6 months before they have cognitive abilities to be able to ask for uppies. It's a body language expression of how much they've come to trust and adore you. Though admittedly, there are times where being asked to be picked up and held all the time can have its moments of feeling exhausting, but it could just be just as equally as rewarding. So think of it more as, I am picking you. You make me feel safe, and I know that I can come to you for comfort. They give you kisses. Well, sort of. Somewhere around 1 year old, babies start giving kisses, and they're not so dainty. So just make sure that you expect the biggest, wet, sloppiest kiss wherever they kind of plant on you. Their enthusiasm does show that they have been paying attention to the way that you have been showing your affection, right? So there is no one that they would rather do this to than you, unless they learn about the cute baby in the mirror. So I don't know, at a certain point, sometimes if you sit them in front of the mirror, they're kind of start to explore that and recognize there's this little person in front of me, and sometimes they kiss kind of in the same way. But I just wanted to give this the example instead of a picture, like it just nails it. So I wanted to show that to you guys. Like, how precious is that, right? Number 9, they freak out when you leave. So anywhere in their in between their first and third birthday, your child may start getting upset when you leave. And boy, this is hard on the parent heart for sure. Separation anxiety is a sign that they know that that person that they love so much is different from all the others, and they begin to have that object permanence. So the understanding that people and things don't disappear the minute they're out of sight. But that being said, number 10, they're bouncing, wiggling, and cheering for you. They're so happy to see you when you come back, right? So the way your baby acts when they haven't seen you in a few hours, or let's face it, sometimes even in a few minutes, makes you feel like you're a bit of a rock star. There's this pure bliss that's just like not only cute, it's a sign of deep attachment that's grown in between you. The excitement that they show when you walk into a room is like no other. One thing is definitely clear, that you are loved. So just remember that. It kind of, soak in those moments, like as baby gets older and goes through the different stages and milestones. It is so rewarding. And I just thought that this would be a cute reminder of the things to even look forward to, right? And just a reminder of how much they do really just rely and just love you, and that you're like the best person to them in the whole wide world. Anyways, you guys have a good day. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.